Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. For this video, we are going to be talking about the Golden Joystick Awards from, well, I suppose it's not really, anything from particular, But I guess we can start voting here. It's by Games Radar. But they are actually making their own like Golden Joystick Awards. It's basically like, before the Game Awards existed, it was this, right? So we'll start with storytelling, and we have Silent Hill F, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, Mafia: The Old Country, Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, The 100-Line Last Defense Academy. Wow, Blueprints. Okay, for me, it is Expedition 33 for sure. Listen, there's one thing that I do enjoy about Expedition 33, and one of the biggest things I enjoy about Expedition 33 for majority of the time, other than its gameplay, is its story. Its story is probably the only one that has actually like captivated me personally. Like, it captivated a lot of like the human emotions, a lot of the storytelling, like everything was just so good about that, right? Now, obviously, 100 Line has a lot, like 100 endings, something along those lines, so that's insane. I also know that Silent Hill F has a really deep story. I haven't seen fully Silent Hill F. I don't even play Silent Hill F. I haven't played it yet, but I've seen people play it, and people are praising it pretty good. So you know what? I'll still give it its like props. It probably does have good storytelling, to be fair, but for me, Expedition 33 just completely captivated me. It's really, really good. All right, here we got the best multiplayer game. We have Battlefield 6, which, by the way, hasn't even released yet, or at least I will release very soon. When does it release? I think it releases next week. Let me see. Let me take a look. Right, Battlefield 6. It is releasing next week, or actually no, 4 days, October 10th. I've not pre-ordered the game because, to be fair, I don't really. Listen, I like the beta a lot. The beta was really cool. I enjoyed it, but I don't know if I'm going to spend a lot of money on that, to be honest. But maybe in the future. Maybe I'll pick it up at some point and play it again. But it is a pretty cool multiplayer, to be fair. Peak. This game blew up. This game blew the hell up. And honestly, I see this as the favorite to win. Mario Kart World Rematch. Rematch hasn't done a lot since its release, which is kind of crazy. I've seen people play this game, including myself. I played this game as well when it first released, right? And then it just, I don't know, it just didn't do much after. It didn't sustain itself as much, or maybe I'm just missing something. But for the most part, a lot of what happened in Rematch just didn't stick. At least it didn't stick as much as you would say like a Rocket League or something like that, So yeah, maybe something is up with that. Split Fiction. This is kind of the more unique one, because unlike all these other multiplayer games, this one is multiplayer on for its main story. Basically, its main story is literally the multiplayer, right? Where you play this main story as these two characters, and you have to play them different, two different people at the same time, right? This could be a good strong contender. Elden Ring Night Ring, that one's a bit off. I don't know. I think a lot of people just kind of they played this game obviously, but they kind of didn't really think too much about it, to be honest. I think if I were to make a pick, or if I were to say which one's the more favorable one, I would say Peak. Peak is probably the most popular one that just came up. That's probably the one that's going to win it. Best visual design. We have Sword of the Sea, which looks nice. It really looks pretty cool. Ghost of Yotei. Death Stranding 2 on the Beach. I mean, Death Stranding 2 is almost like a good pinnacle of great use of environments and stuff like that. The Midnight Walk, Expedition 33, Assassin's Creed Shadows. Okay, let's see here. You're gonna see a lot of bias from me, to be honest, but I gotta say, man, best visual design, that's tough, because all these games will always gonna look good. Ghost of Yotei looks good. Death Stranding looks really amazing with its visual looks. Some of the looks that you see in the fights, or not necessarily the fights per se, but definitely in the exploration aspect of it. Where from what I've seen, I haven't played Death Stranding 2, but just from the looks of it, it looks still really good. You can tell it has that Kojima touch to it. The whole presentation wise, it looks really good. The Midnight Walk, I have not seen this game, so I don't know if I'll win. Expedition 33 has one of the most breathtaking environments you would ever see in a game that's only been run by 30 people. You know, these people have done so much of a good job creating this world that encompasses so many different areas, all in this like kind of like weird reality where everything like it's a lot of environments that you would think is familiar, but then it throws you off with a bunch of like, you know, environmental kind of like, you know, accents to it, you know, like these floating rocks and all this stuff, all this like glowy floating rocks. You start to wonder like, what the heck is going on here? What world are we in? It builds curiosity, you know, because at the same time you look at this place and you start to think like, what is this world? Like, we really are exploring a area where, you know, for what it's worth, a lot of expeditioners don't really have a full understanding of, and we're just going in there too, trying to fully understand this world. And Clair Obscur Expedition 33 does an amazing job with that. So that's where a lot of my bias is going to go with. Expedition 33 might take this from me. You know, I will take that for sure. Best indie game. Abiotic Factor, Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, Baby Steps, Blueprints, Despelote, Hurdling, Caves to Cud, Citizen Sleeper, Skin Deep, Wanderstop. Now, I have not played a lot of indie games myself. I don't usually play a lot, but I do remember seeing a lot about Despelote. Looks cool. Blueprints, I heard a little bit about that one. Baby Steps, I've definitely heard about this one. This might be a throwaway one for me. I'm just gonna say Baby Steps because that one seems more appealing to me, at least for that kind of regard. All right, self-published in the game: Spilled, Keep Driving, Hollow Knight Soul Song, Consume Me, Sword of the Sea, Snow Riders, Hades 2, Promise Mascot Agency, Peak, Deltarune. Tough one. Self-published indie titles, that's going to be a tough one. It's either between Hollow Knight Silksong, Deltarune, or Hades 2. Or Peak. Yeah, Peak definitely. It's a strong contender in that regard. I think Hollow Knight Silksong will take it for this one. I'll put it that. Because keep in mind, that is a huge deal with that. Choose up to three options and rank them by putting them in order of preference, with one being your favorite and last being your least favorite of PC and console. What is this? Shooters, MMORPG, sports, racing, strategy, still playing. PC and console celebrates the game. Pick your 3 favorite games from the list below in order of preference. Your first pick being number 1, second pick being number 2. Don't worry, you can scroll further down and adjust your order. Okay, gotcha. Alright, so we got Marvel Rivals, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, Minecraft, Warframe, GTA Online, Apex Legends, Dead by Daylight, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, Call of Duty Warzone, Satisfactory, and Naraka Blade Point with the with apparently the Nier Automata collab, I guess. I guess as far as games that I play often, I don't play a lot of these games that often anymore. I mean, to be fair, I did play Fortnite more recently, and that's literally to get the Power Ranger skin. That was literally my only purpose. I think I'll skip this question, actually. I'm not going to do much with that. Mobile games. Roblox, Call of Duty Mobile, Zenless Zone Zero, Subway Surfers, PUBG Mobile, Genshin Impact, Pokemon Go, Clash Royale, Free Fire, Honkai Star Rail. Honkai Star Rail for sure. I'm just going to submit that. I'm just going to submit that because that's probably the only online game I ended up playing on the mobile, pretty much. Best remake / remaster. Interesting. The Talos Principle Reawakened, Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, Trails in the Sky First Chapter, Gears of War Reloaded, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3+4, Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remaster. A lot of people loved Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Honestly, it was more shocking when it like shadow dropped earlier. It took a lot of people by surprise, and myself included. I haven't had the chance to play it myself yet, though. But I heard a lot of people love Metal Gear Solid 4 Snake Eater. I think I might put this as the favorite. Studio of the Year: Sandfall Interactive, Bloober Team, Aggro Crab and Landfall, Slow Clap, Rebellion Developments, and Team Cherry. Sandfall Interactive. Absolutely. No question about it, man. Sandfall was for their first game, by the way, their first ever game as an industry, you know, like as a new studio. what they've done is nothing short of a miracle. Still Wakes the Deep, Siren's Rest. I would say the other contender to that is Team Cherry. Of course, we know that they're a team comprised of 3 people. That's obviously super impressive. I just find it more impressive about a team that basically just created something from scratch, from the start. Basically, that took about 5 years or so, and just released it. And without a lot of people, like, they didn't really need a lot of help from, like, all these like any people within the industry being like super glazy about it or anything. Like, they just trusted the people who play this game to enjoy the game, and for what it's worth, it did work. Team Cherry, it is building off their, obviously the hype behind the Hollow Knight series, which, obviously it's warranted. They do deserve that, obviously. But I'm just more impressed by how Sandfall managed to just capture a lot of people's hearts with just their first game. And now they're at this point where they're going to be more excited, where people are going to be more excited about what they're going to bring next, What do we got here? Game expansions? I might have to skip this one too. I have not played any of the expansions of any of these games, let alone play them. Best audio design: Donkey Kong Bonanza, Battlefield 6, Chronos, The New Dawn, Death Stranding on the Beach, Ghost of Yotei, The Point Museum. Honestly, this is an interesting question. Donkey Kong Bonanza does sound satisfying to hear at times. Battlefield 6 audio was fun and chaotic as well. I have not played Chronos: The New Dawn. Death Stranding 2, I'm assuming it has really good audio design. Ghost of Yotei as well. Ooh, that one's tough. If I'm going to say which one's the favorite, I'm going to say Death Stranding on the Beach. Best soundtrack, where is it? Yeah, Expedition 33. But just to mention there, everybody else: Silent Hill F, South of Midnight, Sword of the Sea, Eric's Home, Stolen Dream, Deltarune. 100% is Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. 1000%. I still listen to their music to this day. After how many months already? It's already been 6-7 months. I still listen to Une Vie de Aimé. That's the one. That's the one song that has captivated me for the most part, including obviously Une Vie de Pandre, and whatchamacallit, We Lost. One of my other favorites is obviously Lumiere. I love Gustave. I love I love the the Landmaster is one of my little favorite boss themes. What else is another favorite one of mine? The Gorgu boss fight, that was also really fun. That's a fun one. And of course, Monaco, come on, Monaco. That song itself just cinema, peak cinema. All right. Anyways, whoa, what's going on here? What's happening here? Best soundtrack. Okay, we already voted for this one. All right, best lead performer. What's this? Tom McKay for Kingdom Come Deliverance. Adrian Ray for South of Midnight. Troy Baker as Indiana Jones. Jennifer English for Mael. Alex Jordan, The Altars, and Erika Ishii, Ghost of Yotei Atse. Interesting. Troy Baker, I think, did a really good Indiana Jones. He was pretty good. Tom McKay, I haven't played Kingdom Come Deliverance. I think I'm just gonna give it to Mael for Jennifer English. She did a really good job in this one. So the other ones, I want to give a lot of credits to Maxen. I think that's his name, Maxen Clarence. I forgot his name already. Frick, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I give a lot of credit to the team. Best supporting performer. Ben Starr's Verso was so good, man. Logan Cunningham for Hades 2. Marlos Gravilis. Troy Baker as Higgs. This dude was super fun looking at, man. He has such a weird personality, and I think that's what a lot of people love about him. I've seen some clips of this dude. Honestly, the fact that he fights with the guitar axe is I gotta say, that's some big points. All right, I'll give him big points. But I love me some Verso, man. I love me Verso from Ben Starr, of course, man. This dude, ever since his big start, or at least his big breakout, you know, as Clive from Final Fantasy 16, that dude has been immaculate in any of his performances, man. I'm a big fan of him. You know, big fan of his voice, man. He's so good. PC Game of the Year. P. Hollow Knight, Silksong, The Altars, Kingdom Come Deliverance, Dune Awakening, AB Artifactor. I'm going to give it to the game that literally broke the PC servers. I'll give it to Hollow Knight, Silksong. I think that's going to be the one that pretty much breaks it. All right. What are we going into next? Console Game of the Year. What do we got here? Console Game of the Year. Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Oh, that's interesting. Death Stranding on the Beach. Mario Kart World. Ghost of Yotei. I'll give it to... maybe I'll give it to... It's between either Ghost of Yotei, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach. Sonic Racing Crossworlds is a very interesting one being added into this one. I would have thought this would be a little more in the family game type of category. Which, by the way, if it wasn't in like the family version category game for, you know, the Game Awards, that should be nominated and that should win. I think, in my opinion. All right. But as far as console game, I think you'd be hard. Oh, but on Monster Hunter Wilds also did really good. That one also did amazing. I don't know, man. This one's tough. Like, I haven't played a lot of these games, to be honest. I haven't had a lot of time to play a lot of these games, but to be frank, I know what their reputation brings. So this is tough. I'm gonna say for a favorite, or at least I think a game that I feel like should probably win. You know what? I'm going to go for a surprise pick here. I think Monster Hunter Wilds will win this one. Call me crazy, but I think it will win this one. Best Early Access Game. White Knuckle, Grounded 2, Nine Kings, Skate, Repo, Schedule 1. I think Schedule 1 and Repo definitely blew up, both of these. I'm going to say Repo, probably, maybe. Best gaming hardware. Oh, this is beyond my capabilities, brother. I run a freaking potato PC myself, man. Do you honestly think I would even try to nominate actual hardware? Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna skip this one. Best game adaptation: Minecraft movies, Sonic 3, Devil May Cry, The Last of Us Season 2, Arcane Season 2, Secret Level. Sonic 3. Sonic 3 absolutely blew up for me. Honestly, this is literally one of the best, if not the best video game movie ever. I don't mean that lightly, right? Listen, I know Super Mario Brothers broke the box office. That's not a surprise for me. The surprise would have been if Mario didn't break box office records. But for me, the one thing that I enjoy a lot more about Sonic is that it's kind of like in that opposite sense of like where Mario does so well with its animation and obviously doing plenty of references with, you know, like obviously the world, and the world looks great. Like the Mario movie looks amazing, obviously, right? My biggest gripe with the Mario movie is just kind of like its storytelling, almost in a sense, you know. It's pretty much like, you know, your standard type of role or whatever, you know. It's fine, it's good, you know, but it's not something I would say, you know, it's insane, right? Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is a culmination of the past two movies while introducing Shadow again to a new era of audiences that, for what it's worth, are going to enjoy this character for how cool he is. And the fact that Keanu Reeves voices Shadow as well just adds an extra element of, like, you know, to introduce this character that has so much, you know, character, you know, development, even within the one movie, right? And the fact that this movie actually does a good job trying to adapt everything that happens within the Sonic Adventure games, while at the same time also just, you know, creating their own spin on it. You know, it's an amazing thing to see, right? And obviously, this is pretty much the game franchise, or at least the film franchise, the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, that pretty much reignited a lot of people's attention towards Sonic. And honestly, I think this is the ultimate culmination of it. So I'm gonna give it to Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Best game trailer: Rhythm Doctor, The Expanse, Osiris, Kingdom Come Deliverance, Romeo's the Dead Man, Grand Theft Auto Trailer 2, Battlefield 6 official launch live action trailer. I think Grand Theft Auto Trailer 2. This one blew up. No question. Most wanted game. Choose up to 3 options and rank them by putting them in order of preference. Alright. Pick your 3 favorite games from the list below in order of preference. Your first pick being number 1. Okay. So these are going to be like the ones that are going to be like most anticipated one, basically, right? Blood of the Dawnwalker, The Witcher 4, Light No Fire, Intergalactic, The Heretic Project, The Heretic Prophet, Resonance, 007 First Light, Resident Evil Requiem, Black Myth Shonqui, Subnautica 2, Exodus, Odinoc, Crimson Desert, Marvel's Wolverine, The Expanse of Cyrus Reborn, Grand Theft Auto 6, Onimusha The Way of the Sword, Kingdom Hearts 4, Hell Let Loose Vietnam, Sorrows, Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Okay. Wait, how do we go about this? Where do we click? How do we click? Your first pick being number 1. Okay, gotcha. My first pick, Kingdom Hearts 4. Listen, man, it's been 3 years, almost 4 years at this point. Yeah, pretty much like 3 years at this point, where we got the first look at Kingdom Hearts 4. The first like actual trailer, the reveal trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4. Between then and now, we've only gotten technically one update for that game in particular, and there was just some screenshots. I'm telling you this right now, for the Game Awards this upcoming December, I'm expecting a Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer. I'm just saying, I'm spitballing. I don't have any proof or anything like that. I just have a hunch that Kingdom Hearts 4 will be at the Game Awards this upcoming Game Awards in December. I'm just saying, all right? So people will start looking back into this video and being like, you know, if you're looking at this now and being like, there's no way, man. Bookmark this video. I promise you, Kingdom Hearts 4 will have a release, not a release trailer, but they'll have another new trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4. Probably a gameplay trailer if I'm being more extreme, you know. But I'm gonna say, reservedly, we're gonna get our kind of story trailer, you know, and a little bit of the gameplay, but obviously not crazy. That being said, Kingdom Hearts 4 is my number 1 anticipated game right now. Right now as it is, Kingdom Hearts 4 is the one game I'm looking forward to right now. That's the one game I'm just anticipating the most. Let's just put it that way. All right. Number 2, the second most anticipated game. It's gonna be Marvel's Wolverine. Again, it's one of those situations where we got that reveal many years ago, a little teaser, and of course, we all love what Insomniac does with its games as well. So, of course, the Spider-Man games obviously being the biggest prime example. The fact that they're touching up on this game now, and now we actually got the trailer for Wolverine as well, with a release window released as well, it gives me a lot of hope as to this game being super amazing, you know? And I hope they do well with, obviously, the gameplay obviously being brutal, which it looks like it would be. Obviously not sticking to PG type of deal, obviously trying to see if they can convey a new story that's kind of deep, but at the same time, nothing super overly deep to the point where it just tries too hard, Something that just needs to be let loose, right? That's fine by me for a storytelling perspective, right? Unless it's really well concise and well paced. That's all that matters, right? For Wolverine, though, I'm expecting a lot of action. I'm expecting a lot of good stuff from that game. That's going to be my second most anticipated game thus far. Now, you're probably thinking Grand Theft Auto 6 might be the third or something like that. I mean, it will be one of the most anticipated games, don't get me wrong, right? But for me, the third most anticipated game is going to be Resident Evil Requiem. I still need to finish Resident Evil 8, but just from the looks of Resident Evil Requiem, it looks really good. It looks really good. I'm think I'm gonna enjoy that game again, you know, or not again, but I will enjoy that game when it comes out. So there's my 3 most anticipated games: Kingdom Hearts 4, Marvel's Wolverine, Resident Evil Requiem. All right, let's submit those answers. And what do we got the last one? Can I submit if I enter my email address. Oh, okay. So I can't even submit those yet. All right, cool. Well, there we go, guys. Those are my votes. So with that being said, let me know what you guys voted on the Golden Joystick Awards, and tune back on November around that time when the Game Awards will release their nominees / their voting. And we'll also do a video on that as well. I'll probably live stream that as well, because I think that's something that I'm really interested to see how they ended up, you know, nominating these compared to the Golden Joysticks. Because this one seems to be more kind of like almost super specific. You know, obviously, yeah, you have your like storytelling, soundtrack, characters, but they don't have a specific like, you know, game of the year. They have specific like the best hardware of 2025. Like, okay, sure. But I'm not going to get too much into that. We'll get to it when we get to it, especially at the Game Awards. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Again, let me know what you guys thought of the Golden Joysticks. If you voted on it, let me know what you voted on. And yeah, talk to me in the comments, in the comment section. What is your favorite game of 2025 thus far? And with that being said, I will catch you all in the next video. See ya.